And so now, I guess for listeners that are, maybe they have a retirement account, didn't know that they could do this. What does
Yeah.
that process look like? And maybe what are some of the questions they should be thinking about if they want to explore this? Just maybe walk us
Yeah.
through what that typical the first engagement with a new client. Hey, I've got this money in a 401k or I've got it in a traditional IRA, want to do
Yeah.
something different with it. What does that look like?
The first thing they'll do is they'll need to move their account because let's say you're at Fidelity and you call up Fidelity and you say, "Hey, I want to invest my IRA into this LLC or this limited partnership, or I want to buy the duplex down the street." Fidelity is going to be like, "Nah, you can't do that." And that's not because retirement accounts can't own real estate. That's because retirement accounts at Fidelity can't own real estate unless you're an ultra high net worth client with a 50 million relationship or more. And so for most people, it's Fidelity's like, no, sorry, can't do it. So you'll have to move your account. And let's say this is an IRA or maybe an old employer 401k. You could move the account or a portion of it to a self-directed IRA at a company that allows you to make alternative investments like
Mhm.
real estate, like a private fund. And so that's what our company does is directed IRA. So we're a trust company, we're a licensed regulated financial institution audited by the banking department, have to do third-party CPA audits. So like being a company like ours is pretty tricky. It's not like you just go get an LLC from the state. So you would go to a institution that allows for self-directed accounts. And there's, like I said earlier, there's 30 companies in our space, but our company directed IRA really do feel is the best because we know what we're doing and have the best service. But so you'll tell Fidelity, hey, move my money over to this new IRA account I have at directed IRA. And then we receive the funds here in an account. And then you instruct us to say, all right, directed IRA, I want to buy the duplex on 123 Green Street, or I want to invest in XYZ LLC that's buying an apartment building. And then we'll take that money from your IRA per your direction and invest it in the deal. And we'd obviously want documents on the fund that you're going into or the real estate documents if you're buying the real estate directly yourself with the IRA.
Mhm.
So it's really like it's like a three-step process what we say. Open the self-directed account at where you want to be to go do this alternative investment. Two, get your funds over to it. So you got to tell Fidelity or whoever has your funds now, TD, whatever, move my money over to my new account at directed IRA. And then three, it's instruct us to where you want to invest it. And then we process the investment.
And then does that look differently for a 401k versus an IRA? Or is it pretty similar?
Um, yeah, the only thing there's a couple catches on 401ks. One, if it's a 401k where you still work, many times you're going to be stuck.
Mhm.
So those people typically can't self-direct unless they already hit retirement plan age. Some 401ks allow for what's called an in-service rollover where you can move out a portion of the funds while you're still working there. But for the most part, if you're 40, let's say, with a 401k and you're still working there, that money's locked down. So that's one catch for 401k people. The other thing is on IRAs, we are going to actually, let's say you have an IRA at Fidelity. We're going to actually request the funds as a financial institution to financial institution from Fidelity to say, hey, our client Adams requested to roll over 200 grand from his IRA with you to the IRA with us. And you sign an authorization with us and we process that to get it over. In a 401k, you have to instruct them to send the money to us. Otherwise, it's the same.